Yes, hello everyone, and welcome to another Predator and Prey. I am one of your hosts, Russell, or should I say Rasucha, and I have with me my fellow hunting members, my hunting party, Justin, the OWLF, and P-Ray. How are you, gentlemen?
Doing
Good.
great, Russell. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're all reunited again. This is the first
Reunited,
time.
and it feels so
Yes,
good.
it feels so good.
The
Yeah,
clan
the
is
HOTU
complete.
clan. The
Yep,
HOTU
we-
clan is back. Yeah, I'm wearing my fleece today because I'm freezing.
Yeah, that's right. We've got to find some like Predator Christmas jumpers or something like
That's
that.
true.
Yeah,
For the colder months.
Justin hunts in that colder Arctic area,
The
like
Arctic climbs.
like
Tundra.
that. It's Predator Cold War up there in the top.
That's
corner.
right.
Let's hope not.
We're after Wampas up here.
Well, like Justin said, this is the first time we're all back together since September.
I think
October.
September, yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
October.
It's been a
Yeah.
while.
So this is also going to be a shorter episode than usual because we're not going to talk about a movie and we're not going to talk about Eyes of the Demon because you guys finished that.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're going to mostly be focusing on our grand finale of Ed Brisson's first mini on Ed Brisson and Kev Walker's first mini on Predator. But first, looks like we have some hardcore news. Streets are running red with blood.
It never gets old. It never gets old. So we've got some news because it's been a while. I mean, obviously a monthly podcast. The first one I thought would kick off, and I'm sure we've all seen it, fellas. Amber Midthunder. She was interviewed on the red carpet of I can't remember what she was doing, to be honest, but she was working on another production, and one of the interviewers asked her about a potential sequel to Prey, in which she said something along the lines of, she wouldn't discount it, but she did kind of play it down. I just wanted to know what you guys thought about it. Would you be keen? I mean, be keen on seeing the sequel? There's a lot of like differing opinions, I guess, amongst the Yautja fans out there. But yeah, I mean, Justin, what would you like to see? Like more of Nauru?
Definitely. Yeah, after the where they set it up at the end of Prey, I was immediately hooked. I said, yes, I want to see where this goes. They could easily make another, even like a kind of a trilogy out of that story. So definitely, I would love to see that. Maybe in another year or two, I'd like to see them take their time with it. Yeah.
Yeah. How about yourself, Russell?
Yeah, I'd definitely be open to a Prey sequel, but I think one of the unique things about the Predator franchise is that there's no recurring protagonist. So it's kind of like a Twilight Zone where every movie has had its own distinct characters, and some of those lean heavily into the original Predator, like Predators, and of course the Predator got the son of one of our favorite he's a fucking alien.
This is between me and him.
Which incidentally, guys, we were talking about, and might as well just let the listeners know, and of course we're live streaming as well, so anyone jumping on board, just share your thoughts. But Russell, you came up with this awesome idea of getting a specialized message from none other than Gary Busey. But geez, it's expensive. It's expensive.
It's $400.
Yeah, I'd love to. Maybe if
I love that idea.
Yeah, maybe if we ever eventually get a Patreon or something, and we can rack up enough dough.
Yeah, I love that idea so much.
Man, this is what we're talking about, but a bit off topic. I watched a documentary about Chris Farley, and Gary Busey was in it. Oh boy, God, he's just so far gone. He's insane. He was like, man. I can feel Chris's energy in the room right now.
Not exactly like him. It's uncanny. But I mean, just but going on, Frank, what you were saying, Russell, though, you're right. I think Prey opened the door, though, even more so. That that anything goes. A lot of Yautja fans are saying, "Oh, samurai, set it in Rome, set it in." So there's so much opportunity to do stuff. So I guess that's why some other fans are leaning towards maybe not seeing more of Nauru as well. But yeah, I mean, I would be happy with it. I mean,
listen, I will take Nauru as many times as you'll give her to me, but she's such an awesome character. It's too bad that Tabe was killed, but
well, maybe
the dogs lived.
Yes,
I love the dog.
Oh, yes, the dog. Literally, the translation was dog, right? The name.
I think so.
And did you see also there was another thing that was going around Facebook, a little tidbit of trivia about Prey. So that scene where Nauru's with the injured trapper, and she's kind of marking the war paint on her face. She actually whistles, and apparently that is synonymous with a lot of kind of cultures, actually even Asian cultures, where whistling at night will summon evil spirits. So I think that was a little nice little touch about her.
You mean like this evil spirit?
Mandible terror.
Man, maybe we'll get a Theta movie.
Oh,
yeah, that would be great. Yeah. I was thinking too, it would be cool to have maybe a Predator series.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where each episode could be set in a different time period, like we're saying ancient Rome or the samurai times, or like African, like the Zulu tribes, or like.
I have always wanted an animated anthology series about the Predator. Get Gendy Tarkovsky that does like Samurai Jack and Primal, and he did the original Star Wars Clone Wars. Get him, do a Predator, and just every episode have the Predator hunting something else. And
but different story every episode.
Yeah,
I think that would be fantastic.
And then you can have the Predator win as well sometimes, because again, that's another crutch that everyone, well, a lot of fans say, like, oh, they lose every single time.
Right.
You know, number one, they're antagonists, so you'd hope they would.
It would, but like after reading Eyes of the Demon, I want more stories where the Yautja are the protagonist.
Yep.
Because they're not all evil. Like they're not inherently evil. No. That's just their culture.
I got a mental an image of someone just getting their spine ripped out. But
well, I mean, we rip out the spines of deer and all sorts of things.
We chop deer's heads off and put them up on the wall.
Yeah, we're just as savage as they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
They just view the entire universe as their safari grounds instead.
Exactly.
There's only one species that kind of outranks them in terms of pure sinister evilness, and they also they're just Ewoks. Yeah. Especially the animated ones.
Is that where you were going? That's fine. It's all right. I just cut you off there. Yeah.
Yub nub. Num.
Oh my gosh.
That is a possibility under Disney now. Predator versus Ewoks.
Could definitely happen.
It is.
I'm still waiting for like a Star Wars comic to have a cantina scene and you just see a Predator in the background. That's what I want to see.
Just hanging
you
out.
See David from Covenant just hovering.
You see they see our heat. And the lions, the tigers, the bears. Oh my!
I wonder what his thoughts are of, if he has fond memories, Gary Busey, of that, or if that was just another one of his psychedelic, friggin' weird, trippy moments in his acting career.
Yeah, I bet he's got some great stories. I bet he does.
Yeah. I can see Danny Glover's soul lifting up out of his body.
He's still alive.
Cut, Gary, cut. We're cut.
He's still alive.
Oh,
we got to have him on the show.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ask him all these burning questions.
That would be hilarious. I wouldn't know what to say. I'd just be talking like keys to him.
Yeah, me.
Be like, you fucking alien. But we have another bit of hardcore news. I think Justin's going to take this one.
We do. Yes, this is the announcement of a second season of Predator to resume really quickly. Actually, I was happy about this in March by Ed Brisson with a new artist this time, Nito Diaz.
That's a cool name.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the description, on a planet far from Earth, 8 strangers find themselves in a deadly game. But this time, the predators aren't the only ones on the hunt. Someone has the Yautja in their sights, and they've been searching for this game preserve for a long time. Prepare for a brutal, carnage-filled adventure that will turn everything you thought you knew about predators on its head.
Justin, you should have been a 90s voiceover guy. In a world where
the sun burns cold. Yeah. I mean, I guess having read the first season, and we're going to cap it off in this episode, safe to say that theater is probably involved in this, and turning things on its head would be, I'm assuming predators are hunted as well.
Yeah, that was what I took from it.
Yeah. But
they're being exploited somehow.
I wonder if this is the same game preserve from Predators.
That would be cool. That'd be a good tie-in, actually, because every time they mention preserve, that's where I go to.
Yeah. Also,
there's that one from the short story In the Eyes of the Demon.
Yeah, there was that too.
That cool
creatures. The yellow beasts as well.
Yeah, the yellow beasts. Cool if it was something along those lines, where there was another beast in the preserve with them.
Yeah. Give me more monsters. Give me more things like that. Like, I've always wanted to see what that giant skull in Predator 2 belonged to. Huge thing. But
we've never seen it, have we, in any comics?
I don't think so. Yeah. But Justin, it's interesting you bring up that this starts immediately, because you remember how I said that, because I get my pull list from an online retailer.
Yes.
And I went and looked, and Predator was crossed out. It's no longer crossed out.
Yeah.
So they've updated it.
Excellent.
This is exciting. I'm glad we're getting more.
Yeah.
I'll talk about my hopes after we talk about the issue.
So just a little reminder as well for anyone watching the live stream. So the cover there as well, covered by Giuseppe Camuncoli. So just showing 3 predators, looks pretty good. Is anyone familiar with Neto Diaz's art? I think I had a quick squiz. It looks pretty damn good, actually.
Nice. Yeah, that's a totally new name to me, so I'm excited to see what they have to offer.
Yeah.
I've come to realize Justin and I aren't well versed with the names of more modern artists.
That's true. That is true.
Jim Lee.
Give me Rob Liefeld Predator now.
No.
But should be good. Come March, far out. I'm looking forward to it.
We only have a month to wait. I'm excited.
And we'll be covering it. We've got plenty to cover. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've got plenty to cover. Wink, wink.
Yes.
So let's see. Our
I only just got that. Sorry. Yeah.
Our next bit of news here is some new of NECA Predators are releasing this month.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought some of these were already out, but maybe I was wrong.
You could be right, Russell. Yeah.
But well, I mean, with NECA, you never know because
Mhm.
they don't have figures don't have a distinct release date. They just kind of go out
Just appear
whenever.
whenever. Yeah.
So we're finishing. I think we're finishing up the Lost Tribe here. So we have the ultimate figures of the Boar Predator, the Snake Predator, and the Elder Predator. Take it.
The Elder Predator looks cool. I like the Elder
Oh
Predator.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even
That gold mask is so cool.
it's awesome. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Enforcer mask,
Mhm.
and actually Brisson, like the run, like this Predator.
Mhm.
It's got the spikes
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see what they've done with this figure because the original Elder figure that NECA did not come with that helmet. What they've done is they've given him the helmet from the Dark Horse comic where he gets that pistol.
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
which
Okay.
one was
So
that?
This one we're looking at here.
Which
from
comic was that?
It was in a Dark Horse Presents.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was this short. There's a short story about the Adolfini.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gun. Yeah.
Yeah, but of course that's been retconned by Prey now. But
I think I read that, but I can't remember. It's been a long time.
He was also in the comic. He was like bright yellow.
Yes.
Like his skin was.
Yeah. NECA actually released it as well. I think it was a couple of trophy rooms ago. I showed. Recently got it. The Golden Angel.
Yes.
Yeah, I got one back there. I don't feel like it.
Yeah. I knew Russell would have it as well. Yeah, it's a younger version of the Elder Predator from Predator 2.
I love it.
Cool.
It's just amazing that amazing attention to detail that they gave him that helmet because the connective tissue there.
So cool.
We got announced that we were getting the Prey Predator, the feral Predator. I'm still really hoping we get a Naru. I want Naru. And Tabe.
And Tabe. And the
dog.
And the dog, yeah. How about the trapper? That kind of guy with the he was good as well.
With a removable leg.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that is my favorite scene in the movie where she's putting on that paint and he's just yellow.
Yes.
And she's like, "You're already dead.
You're already dead." Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Just wrapping up on the hardcore news, just a lot. We might as well announce it because, guys, we have been in contact, and so it's quite exciting. So next month in February, we've arranged for a chat with Josh Pruitt. So he's one of the authors from Eyes of the Demon. He did Ghost Story, which Justin and I we absolutely loved. I think Russell, you were away, but I'm sure you'd love that one as well.
Is that the Friday the 13th inspired one?
Yes.
That's one of my absolute favorites. So
yeah. I think we all love that one universally. Yeah. So yeah.
So can't wait to yeah, it'd be really good to and so that will be a bonus episode in February on top of our usual whatever we have scheduled for that month coming.
Yeah.
So yeah,
awesome. Well, I think it's time for our next segment, right, Justin?
Yeah, it's time for the trophy room.
Yep. I have to put that in post.
No, leave it in how it is.
It was just like it kind of warrants some sort of kind of fanfare, but it was just silent. So I'm glad Russell.
The ultimate warrior.
Oh, I love it. Good job, Russell.
Oh, thanks.
So yeah, I since we all converged the last time, I've gotten a couple of new figures. They're not Predator related.
Oh,
but they are ones that you both will recognize and love, I'm sure.
Nice.
So the live, the live action renditions of my two favorite superheroes, Dr. Fate and Moon Knight. both were brought to life this year on big screens.
Yeah, what a year for
Moon
you,
Knight-
Justin.
I know. Moon Knight on
Yeah.
Disney Plus
And Namor.
and
Oh, yeah,
Namor
Biscuit.
too.
Yeah.
It was a biscuit fest too over on Wakanda Forever.
You got to get the Marvel Legends Namor now.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a Namor figure as well that I got for Christmas, but
the tall one,
the big giant one,
Yeah.
but that's way over on the other shelf, and I can't
Yeah.
reach it.
I imagine you as really short now. Just
You're like, I can't get
I can't reach it from here.
Dada, got it.
He just like looking up at his crotch then. I'm assuming from that height.
every time Justin looks up, he just starts sweating. He's
Oh,
my
Namor.
God.
Is it hot in here?
Namor.
Is that
Take
not-
me back with you?
Is that not the longest running gag throughout all of our podcasts? Is that Justin loves Biscuit Namor? Like,
Oh, I
'cause
think it is.
I
Going
think-
back
I
a year now. I think.
I think I first heard that on ITK, and that's transitioned to Tomes of Evil and Gamma Charge, and now Predator and Prey.
Trapped and-
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Even on capes as well. I think there's biscuit talk on there as well. So,
That's true.
geez, just
We need
It's a
T-shirts
well-documented
made.
fact. Yeah.
T-shirts
Yes.
made.
I reckon we could whip one up easy. Russell, I'm not sure if you want to leave yours till last. Is yours a big one? Or?
No, I can go ahead and go. Justin, was that
Yep.
it for you?
Oh yeah, sorry, Justin.
Yeah. I had those 3 figures. Yeah.
Oh, I feel like there's a presence in the. Oh, uh-oh.
What the?
Uh-oh.
There's a
What the-
flashing light.
Just a red. The listeners. Oh, wow! You got a shoulder. Yeah, wow. Operable.
It's the big one.
It's a big one.
And
Oh, geez.
just wait. This is one of these, I mean, affordable Walmart toys made for children.
Well, yeah, because
It still blows my mind.
Sweet dreams.
Oh
wow. Oh, it
The
moves as well.
mandibles move.
Awesome.
Yeah, the
Nice.
mandibles move on it.
Oh, geez, those are pretty good. Those are
Yeah.
pretty decent.
This was
And we
this
don't-
was like 15, 20 bucks. Really
Wow.
affordable.
What's that? 7-inch, 8-inch, or something?
Oh,
It's
this
quite
I think it's 12.
10,
it's
12.
12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a big one.
Here,
It's a
let
big-
me.
yeah.
I still have one of the NECAs laying here.
Put it up against Justin because he's short, isn't he? Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow, that is huge. Yeah.
Yeah, and the necklace are like those are usually what 7 or 8, I think, right?
Yeah.
Neckers, yeah, around 7, I think.
Yeah.
Cool.
it.
That's awesome. And so, for listeners who don't get the visuals, operating like a light on the shoulder cannon
Mhm.
and movable mandibles and a detachable helmet for the 12-inch Predator. That's awesome.
He's going to be with me for the rest of the show.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
I have to name him. Bob.
Bob, okay.
Bob.
And it's
Bob
spelled B-A-A apostrophe A-B.
yeah, yeah. Bob.
Bob. And it's actually just pronounced as a bunch of clicks.
Yeah. I need a universal translator.
That's not the only thing I have.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh, yes.
And I'm glad to see that
Oh.
there's a bookmark in there already.
Oh
Russell.
yes.
Yeah, already
yes.
started
Crack
it.
that baby.
Yes.
Yes.
And if you'll see right here, there's Cold War Ray.
Oh
Uh,
God.
In fact, I'm fairly certain. Yep, the undercover.
Yes,
is
the under.
Cold
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Oh,
Actually, that's a good. If you can show that, Russell, that it's a beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what do you call it. You take the sleeve off,
Yeah,
and it's a beautiful wraparound, front and back. But
that's
yeah, it is Cold
gorgeous.
War.
I
it's
love
that's
that.
Good
the
art,
best,
good
the
art.
best, the best part about Cold War.
Exactly. Well, we're on the same wavelength.
Well, I haven't read it since I was a kid, so I can't.
Oh, I read it
But-
recently, Russell, and it's exactly as it was before. before.
I remember struggling to get through it.
Yeah, I struggle even as a grown up now. struggled.
What do you think about Cold War, Bob?
I still haven't read
Oh,
it.
yeah. Oh, sorry, Justin. We don't want to persuade.
Oh, that's
colour
fine.
your- Yeah.
I'm even more excited to read it now.
we have to cover the good and the bad, right?
Oh,
Bob?
I know.
Yeah.
But hang
What
on,
do you think, Bob?
as Justin said, like it could be good. It'd be great to hear differing views, and if people do love it,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited to read it.
What do you think
Yeah.
about Cold War, Bob? All right, thanks.
Click.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Crickets.
He's got nothing to say.
No, he just wants to kill it.
Oh, I think Ray, it's your turn now.
Yeah. So
what do
I
you
mean,
have?
look, I'll start with similar to you, Rasucha, but I've got the other version.
There it is.
I haven't like taken off the plastic yet, but obviously I will because I will be reading it. But yeah, beautiful. Finally came in. I was people don't know I was panicking from
Yeah.
Rasucha to the elf, and I didn't know whether it would arrive, but it did. So I'm happy.
And it turns out I'm getting mine last.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was actually kind of terrible because I was just about to order it and then my bank account got hacked. And I had to change all my information around, and it was such a mess. So
is it tracked? Do you know when it's coming? Or
yes, it's I think it's going to be here beginning of next week.
nice,
Awesome. We'll see.
Yeah.
awesome.
I went from thinking I wasn't going to be able to get it to getting it first.
Yeah. That's right. I remember you saying like, "Oh, I think I'll just get the digital," and and then boom,
And
first one.
right around your birthday too. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Also, pardon me, just got a Funko.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So they.
So cool.
I mean, it was released a while ago, so this was just through a private seller. So that was good. Little guy there.
That's
you've
Bob.
got
That's Bob's
got
little
quite a
brother.
He's
You've
little.
got quite a collection of Funkos going, don't you, Ray?
Just a handful, just a select. So basically, any podcast that I do. So I have the Superman one as well.
Nice.
But I do want to get the Hercules one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to get that Superman one like in like bronzed now because he's like retired. He's like he's like
he's carbonized or whatever.
Yeah.
On the shelf. And finally, this was a while. I posted this up on our page as well. So I got Fire and Stone. Russell, you said you had this as well before.
I used to have it, yeah.
Oh, should have held on to it.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. I'm looking forward to reading the whole saga. It's one of those cross all the titles thing.
Yeah. I enjoyed because I'm pretty sure I read the whole thing. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but Ahab is in that one.
Yes.
And let's just say those space jockeys, those engineers, are a formidable foe.
Awesome.
But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, no, I can't wait to read it. But it's good to hear that you've got some good positive memories of it, Russell.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, are we ready for the main event, gentlemen?
Let's go do it.
It's time for
Sorry.
No, that actually timed out perfectly, I think.
Good.
It's time for some fresh wounds. No, Ray, you do it the best. Do the fresh wounds. Yeah.
Okay, the fresh wounds.
There you go. Yeah.
Love it.
But
Love it.
this was released on January 11th, 2023. The cover date is for March 2023. And this is Day of the Hunter, Part 6. Written by Ed Brisson, pencils by Kev Walker, inker Kev Walker, colorist Frank D'Armata, letterer Clayton Cowles, and editor Darren Shawn.
I wonder. I'm sorry, incidentally, Russell. I wonder if Frank he could be a Yautja as well. Don't you think? He's got the apostrophe. Frank.
We should have him on the show too. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and there's some covers as well.
Yeah.
So
covers.
throwing this one up,
so
only a
good.
couple. So yeah, Lionel Francis, you and Sonny Go. Yeah, I'm assuming this is the one I got. And Russell, I've seen yours, of course. So Justin, which did you go for this one or?
Well, I've been getting the digital ones.
Yep.
I'm gonna get the trade when it comes out in
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which I think
that way I get all the covers in the back.
oh no, absolutely. I just think from reading an article, I think they said that's going to be released in the summer. The trade, so that should be good. Yeah. But there's also, sorry, just another one here, variant cover.
Oh yes, I love
Carlos Magno and Alex, which is pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, I like both of them. But yeah, if I have an extra bit of coin, I might pick up that one. I don't know.
But this one is inaccurate because the mandible. He's got all four.
Oh, Carlos Magno, give yourself an uppercut. That's terrible. Yeah, you're right.
Well, perhaps it's a generic predator. Who knows?
Oh yeah, could be.
That's true. It could be a flashback to another confrontation.
You're very kind, Russell.
Well, you got to give the benefit of the doubt sometimes.
True.
True.
No,
That's
absolutely
true.
Right.
Could be a different predator.
It could be Bob.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep. Could be Bob's last stand.
Silence is consent. Yeah, it's probably Bob. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I guess opening up with guys, what did you make of this is the last piece of the puzzle for this first arc. We know this series has been getting, differing opinions, but yeah, how about yourself, Justin? What did you think?
I really enjoyed it. There are a couple of things like the guy that was the leader of the I can't remember the name of the character.
Astar? Oh yeah.
The man with that worked for Astar Industries.
Yep.
I can't remember his name, but he was the one that was torn in half
yes,
by the predator.
Right. He ended up being
completely eviscerated. There was a part, where he was threatening Theta, talking about how, right on that page, he was saying, if you think you can use this as cover to escape, if the thought of exploiting their deaths for your own means even crosses your mind, then I will end your life myself. Understood? And this dude has just been told by somebody else that Theta has killed I don't know how many of these predators by herself. What in the world makes this dude think that he is going to scare her at all with that threat?
Yeah.
Or it scare her, period.
Yeah.
So if it were me, I would have been like, well, instead I would have been like, well, if you're trying to double cross us, I've wired all of these explosives to your ship. And I don't care if Astar Industries owns it or not. I'm going to blow it up if you try to get out of here.
Yeah.
That would have been the way that I think I would have changed that little interaction.
I mean,
I just thought him threatening her, I was like, that's not going to do anything to Theta. Like, she's going to laugh at that threat.
Yeah.
How's he possibly going to back that up?
Well, he did almost do it while she was unarmed and on the ground.
Well, yeah.
Because, that's what a guy's got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt he's kind of like, Justin, I'm glad that you brought up this point. His character in particular seemed to be, and I'm not sure whether Ed Brisson intended this, but he kind of he walked that line of being a very kind of stoic captain of this ship, but also being quite ignorant and blind. You got to use your common sense, man. Okay, sure, we understand you've got an agenda and you want to run a tight ship, but this thing has just invaded and crashed through your ship. It's not like he seems like a massive conspiracy theorist. It's like, it's not like Theta has orchestrated this, and he's got to, for me, like, a character like that or a captain like that would have to switch gears and you'd have to adapt to the situation. But he seemed very kind of driven to be this kind of hard ass captain, which I found a little bit weird.
Yeah, his priorities were completely in the wrong places after he found out that the Predator was slashing its way through his crew. I thought his character was very weak in this story, personally.
Yeah,
I don't think we got enough time with him. He was only in
you never will.
Yeah.
Right.
He should have been a recurring antagonist, I feel like. Like we should have seen him like in the shadows from the first time.
True.
Instead of like
there should have been a build-up. You're right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise it could be the fact that he could be just like, you could interpret it as just someone who's just out of his depth. He just has no has no idea. And again, this could be intentional from Ed Brisson. Probably is, because he's such a good writer. But he's just one of those kind of, I think, incompetent sort of captains.
Yeah.
Russell, overall, I mean, how did you find this finale as well?
Well, I was really hyped up to read it thanks to our pal Sparky Malarkey, because she got to read it first.
Yeah.
And she said the ending was insane, and it was. But my first time reading it, I was kind of disappointed. We got the big fight. We saw the Predator do some awesome stuff. Like, I love some of these panels, like the first time they see him in like the hallway,
the silhouette in the shadow.
And like this panel here.
Which one's that one? A bit further. Did I pass it?
I think you just had it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
That one. Yeah.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite pages in the whole thing. And
so
the mortal enemies are finally face to face. Although at this point she doesn't know that this is the one.
Yeah, that's right. It could be yet another one. Just
But yeah, I found myself disappointed because I thought that this Predator, the three mandible, was going to be much more of a threat. And he racks up some kills, and he almost kills Theta, but he's beaten kind of easily, and also she has help to beat him.
True.
Yeah.
But I was impressed by the amount of damage he was taking and still going. Like he's getting his arm cut off, he's sliced in the gut, he's shot, he's still going. But then, so like I said, I was disappointed after the first read because like our main antagonist is dead. And I kind of was like, oh, this is like how I feel in most MCU movies. There's like
at the end,
you could have saved that villain for the future.
Yeah, totally.
But then I thought about it, and we're introduced to a new big bad in this issue.
We are.
Theta.
Yes, I'll just chuck it through to the end there. Yes. Yeah. I mean, and which is a great point. I mean, I remember seeing the conversation on our Discord, Russell, with Sparky, because yes, that's right. We thought the antagonist was the three-mandibled Predator, which to an extent it is, but the focus really, this has always been a focus on Theta, like the whole 6 issues. So it's almost like a Breaking Bad. I mean, not to say that she is kind of bad. I mean,
I don't know, Ray. I think this is the heel turn. She's went full Frank Castle now, and it's like
So indiscriminately going to kill Yautja just based on their looks, basically.
There's justice, and then there's vengeance, and then there's genocide.
Which I think I think Brisson has opened a really interesting kind of corner into the Yautja mythology, because then then you could argue what we'll be seeing in the next season would be more of the Yautja culture, because you'd have to show that, wouldn't you, in order to kind of garner some sort of empathy or some sort of emotion when you have Theta coming in and killing, right? Otherwise, it's just going to be, as you said, Frank Castle just killing criminals. But what makes Frank Castle interesting is not only just him killing, like all the action, but it's also the criminals, or even the lack thereof. We might see a family of Yautja or something, or like a clan that have a particularly honorable code that we see is not necessarily bad, but then we see Theta come in.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel like that's the setup. Is like our next mini is going to be the reverse. Like the predators are the forefront, and Theta is the big bad that's like
going to be stalking them.
Yeah.
I can see that too. It would be interesting too if she ever encountered a pregnant Yautja, which we saw a couple of times in the short stories.
Yeah, would she show the same remorse that they did?
Right.
Imagine if she did
any type of mercy.
Yeah, and can you imagine if she doesn't? Like, where does that put her?
Oh boy,
exactly.
So that'd be kind of great. Like if Brisson subverts our expectations, kind of manipulates our emotions, so to speak, and I think in many ways, and again, I mean, not to say that this is the way that they're going, but if they do kind of go down this route, I can see that would in some way assuage a lot of the, how shall I say, naysayers of this series, saying, "Oh, there's not enough Predator. It's just a young girl, killing people." But if you look at this season compared to, say, the next season, if Brisson does dive into that Yautja culture, then I think he's really expanded, the whole lore.
Yeah,
I agree completely.
And it looks like she's gonna have what's this character's name that we're looking at here?
Oh, the guy. Just call him Extra B.
Yes, she smashed his face in the last one.
Yeah, right. He still had wadded up tissues in his nose at the
beginning. He did early on, didn't he? Yeah. I think I was like you as well, Russell. I was a little bit underwhelmed at this finale when it came out as well. And I mentioned, I think, the Sparky too, because unfortunately, I think Ed in our chat with him, I think he did name drop it, kind of like Theta's kind of like the Punisher of the galaxy. Yeah. And so I had that in my mind. And then when you get to the last page in this issue, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I totally see it now. And so it probably didn't have the impact that it would have. And I'm sorry that I'm kind of indirectly blaming Brisson for spoiling it, but like it's just that it's like, oh, so Theta's like a full on. She actually reminded me a little bit of Freddy Krueger,
She's a she's a boogeyman.
Yeah.
A boogie woman.
A boogie woman. So I don't know. I had mixed feelings at the end of it, but I'm just so glad that there's another series that is coming out, and hopefully, we'll get to see more of the Predator side of things.
Yeah, I thought the fight at the end was wrapped up really quickly too.
But you know what I've noticed? Sorry, Justin.
Go ahead, Russell.
I just like modern comics fights are always quick.
It seems that way too, and that's probably in a lot of these podcasts. I sound like a broken record because I'm always like, I want the fights to be longer. But I have to remind myself that it isn't like 1988 when the whole the fight took up the whole comic book. Like it's not.
Well, I read an old Amazing Spider-Man this morning, and like most of the issue was a fight. So it's like, you have to like, I guess they don't have enough time to breathe nowadays, and
people's tell the stories quickly,
and attention spans are shorter now, so you have to get to the point,
well, I mean, I was reading a Spider-Man, funnily enough, Russell, as well, Spider-Man earlier issues as well, and looking at the action there as well. And I think, Justin, just to your point about how it kind of went by quickly, I think the modern a lot of modern comics do it. You get the fights, but there's not much dialogue in between it, so you end up flicking through those pages really quickly. Whereas in the older comics, like
they were fighting
Spider-Man,
and talking.
They were fighting
at
and
the same
talking.
time.
Exactly. So you dwelled upon it a lot more, and you can actually savor the moves or whatever. So I find that the same as well with most modern comics. Like here, so this page, for instance, I mean, that's like half a second. You just go through it, and it's unfortunate because you don't.
Good.
Yeah, you don't get to dwell on the art. If you're flicking through the pages for the first time, yeah. So
it also probably doesn't help that you're fighting an antagonist that cannot speak English.
True.
Like
That's
cannot
true.
talk.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, we have heard them mimic English before, but
this page here reminded me so much of like Mike Mignola vibes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So good. I love it so much. I can't wait to see more from this artist.
Yeah, just the jagged silhouettes, and even again, it's the is it our friend Frank D'Armata? The colors, I love because that could have easily just been like black space, but he's added some sort of borealis behind it. So
and that predator blood pops so good. It's like
against the black. It's so striking.
Yeah. But you're right. I mean, I'm hoping. I mean, again, as you say, the Predator, he keeps on coming. This is a recurring thing, losing an arm, right? It's going to be some sort of.
I don't think he gives a shit.
It's I don't know whether it's a Star Wars kind of homage to Star Wars. I know we know the MCU does it, but you just see more and more of it with Predator.
I need that guy's leg.
But yeah, it's I don't know. Any other kind of final thoughts for this? It's look, overall, I think the series was great. It took the Predator into a new direction, and we got a new character in Theta. It was really the Theta show, and whether you like that or not, that's kind of what it was, and it looks like it's springboarding into something more Predator, hopefully Predator based.
Yeah, I think, like we've said from the beginning, as a
sorry, Russell, you're frozen.
Froze up there, Russell.
Oh no.
Oh, Rasucha.
Trade this will read really.
Rasucha.
Rasucha, you had a little bit of a
glitch.
Glitch there.
Oh, okay. Well, Russell, hopefully, maybe the Yautjas are onto him. They've ambushed
to drag him back to the ship.
Ambushed his signal. Yeah. Hopefully, Russell. Let me just send him a private message. Just
make sure he didn't get disconnected or something.
Yeah, maybe he might have to jump back in. Let's go. Justin? What do you?
I love this. A great writer, great artist, both for this story. I agree with Russell that this was a heel turn for Theta in this issue, in the conclusion, because after she killed the Yautja who stalked and murdered her parents, she could have just ended it there. She could have been like, okay, well, I got justice for my parents, like my long quest that I've spent all these years doing and hunting down all these predators trying to accomplish this goal. Like, I've finally done it. I finally accomplished what I set out to do. I can just live the rest of my life in peace and go to some beautiful planet and live out there and the rest of my days in peace. She could have done that, but instead she's like, no, I want to kill them all. I want to wipe them all out. So this is all about vengeance for her. And so I think that's going to take her down a really dark road. And I'm really excited to see where Ed Brisson takes her and us as we watch her journey, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of twists and turns that we didn't see coming. And I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I mean, again, you make a pretty cool point about, how it could have ended. And I was just thinking while you mentioned that if it did end like that, and if she was kind of satisfied with the ending, I think that would have it would have been justified to say that, a bigger, grander final fight would have been called for. You know, to have like Theta come out of it exhausted and it being really like a life death situation and a turning
maybe
point.
lose another limb as well.
Yeah.
She's already lost one leg. Maybe she loses the other leg, or something along those lines.
Yeah, so I mean, having gone the other route and that she's kind of just wants to keep on going, it really is kind of a lead into the next series, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to. It's kind of got some sort of finality and closure to it. I mean, if the second series was never going to be, it can kind of be left open ended like that. But I'm glad that we've got something else to dig in deeper about Theta.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah. Well, I think Rasucha is he's MIA. He might be taken. He might be hanging by his ankles, Justin, somewhere. Hopefully not, with his guts out and skinned alive.
Voodoo magic, man.
That's what Russell always say. Oh no.
What are you doing to me, man?
But I mean, we'll get Russell's thoughts hopefully if he gets to jump back up. Finally, Justin, we do have just our final thoughts. I guess like a retrospective, like an overview of Eyes of the Demon. So you and
collection.
It's a fantastic collection, and
so
just going through the list again, just broadly. So everyone, so we had the chapters were The Titans by Tim Leben, The Distance in Their Eyes by Stephen Graham Jones, Aftermath by Brian Thomas Schmidt. That was the one with Dutch and Peter Keys.
Peter Keys.
Then Proving Ground by Linda D. Addison, Lion of the Himalayas by Ammar Habib, The Fixers In by Jonathan Mayberry, Bitter Hunt by Kim May, Field Trip by Robert Greenberger, Cannon Fodder by Jenny Koch, Little Miss Nightmare by Peter Briggs, The Trophy by A.R. Reddington, The Monster by Michael Cogg, Ghost Story by Josh Pruitt, Sly Dark in the Daylight by Yvonne Navarro, and Dead Man's Switch by Scott Seigler. So yeah, I know, Justin, gathering your thoughts overall for this, did you have any standouts, any fond memories?
Yeah, I love this collection. This is my first Predator anthology that I've read, and I love it so much. I can't wait to read some more. I know that there's a few more out there, and I'm going to find the next one and dive right on in there and start reading that. I think you actually gave me the next suggestion, Ray.
Oh yeah, there's a anthology. Well, actually, there are two. I mean, so because I'm like you, I've only kind of just started reading them. 99% of my time reading was with comic books, but I'm glad to kind of dive back into like novels on a regular basis. So, AVP Ultimate Prey is like a recent-ish anthology based on both the Xenomorph and the Yautja, which is really, really, really good. Again, speaking to a friend of the show, Sparky Malarkey.
Yes.
There's one called Hotel Miraposa, which I think is like butterfly in Spanish. Okay. And it's about this really weird, trippy kind of haunted house, and you got aliens and predators in it. It's so good.
That sounds straight up my alley.
Yeah. The other recommendation that I'm currently reading now, and again, leaning heavily on Sparky here, is that it's the Rage War trilogy, Justin. So there are 3 books. The first one is Incursion, which I'm reading at the moment, and that's the Predator book. And then there's an AVP and I think an Aliens novel, 2 other novels, all part of the Rage War trilogy. Definitely worth checking out. It really expands the mythos, and you got synthetics in there. You have weird, you have terraformers and space explorers. You have colonial marines. You have Yautja. It's really cool. So definitely.
That sounds fantastic. I will check that out. Yeah, but going back to Eyes of the Demon, I was looking at the list of the short stories and going back and thinking about each of the ones that we read. as we've been covering the book over the course of the last few episodes, that I did narrow it down to a few favorites. I did have three favorites out of all of those stories.
Oh, I'd be very keen to hear. Hit us with them.
Yeah, the first one was Lion of the Himalayas by Amar Habib. I love that one so much. That was so good. Also Bitter Hunt by Kim May. Love that one a lot. And also Ghost Story by Josh Pruitt. I thought all three of those were just absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Yes, very strong. I mean, yeah, I can't fault those ones. I'll mention a few more, which I really loved as well. Aftermath, Brian Thomas Schmidt, just, with Dutch and kind of seeing what happens to Dutch afterwards. And Peter Keys, of course, having those two meet up is really special.
So good. Yeah.
So that was kind of a standout. I don't want to say I even liked it, because it's always hard being the first chapter, because it's generally the one that you read and then you forget because you get into the book.
It's tough. Yeah.
But the Titans was very strong for me. Tim Levin, and having this old grizzled guy fighting this female Yautja that they've fought like over decades or fought decades ago. That was really cool as well.
Their final battle, it was so
final battle. It was really well written. But I love your ones. And look, I'll pick another one. It's hard to go past.
It's hard to pick them all. Yeah. They were all so strong. Yeah, they were all so strong.
I was about to say it's hard to go past. Even Sly Dark in the Daylight, or Dead Man Switch, the last couple. Having a town versus a predator is pretty special, something different. And then Dead Man Switch. I mean, you and I had so much fun with the yellow beasts and all that. Yeah. So there's so many good spots. Little Miss, I could name them all. They're very cool indeed. It's a shame we don't get to hear Russell. He's still strung up.
Oh no, Russell.
Yeah, I haven't seen him here. I'll send him a little quick message. So we may have to. I mean, because I know that Russell and we're on a time limit here as well.
Yeah, and I know he had some thoughts about Eyes of the Demon, but maybe in the next episode we'll get some moments to get his thoughts, because I know he did have some favorites from that volume as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely go grab them from Russell next time we reconvene. So anyway, Justin, I think that pretty much wraps us for this episode.
Yes.
It's been fun as always. The three of us back together was
reunited again.
It's always very special.
It was great to wrap up this first new miniseries. It was fun to cover that from the beginning with you guys and read it all the way up to the conclusion. It was super fun.
Yeah. And hopefully as well, listeners, so we did mention we're going to have a chat with Josh Pruitt. Ed was keen to catch up with us after the first arc. So
let's definitely do another chat with it. I would love that.
Yeah. So we hopefully, touch wood, we might be able to organize that in February or March. Actually, probably just before the premiere of the second series. Exactly. That would work.
In March, that'd be fantastic.
March.
We're going to ask him some burning questions about the next series as well.
Yeah, exactly. And hopefully no spoilers and all that.
No spoilers.
And we got to be careful as well not to suggest things, because I know. I mean, understandably, I know. Marvel, the writers, they're not allowed to be influenced. But looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to that. Oh, I think we have a returning. He's back.
Oh, Rasucha.
Oh.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes.
He's returned.
You returned. Are you okay? We thought you were. I thought you were strung up.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we thought you were being tortured.
Well, I activated my wrist computer and almost self-destructed.
Oh no!
But Well, I'm hoping that doesn't happen again.
That's okay. No, that's cool. We were just talking about it's good now that you're here. Just the final thoughts on Eyes of the Demon. Justin had just a few that he called out as some of his most memorable. I said a few as well, but did you have any memorable chapters from Eyes of the Demon that you particularly enjoyed?
The ones that stand out off the top of my head right now are the Ghost Story, the Friday the 13th one, the Lion of the Himalayas.
Justin's.
Those
Yeah, he
those
picked that one.
Another favorite of mine.
I'm forgetting one here.
How about Aftermath with Dutch and Peter Keys?
Oh yeah, that one for sure. I
Too late to go home now.
I mean, I enjoyed a lot of them, but I think those are the three that stand out.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I think. I mean, Russell, what do you think of the novel? I mean, we thought it was quite a solid read.
Amazing. My first Predator prose novel, and I loved every second of it.
Yeah, ours as well. So, yeah. Oh, and we were mentioning, Russell, about potentially getting Ed Brisson on because we finished the arc and potentially have that in March, just before the release of the new series. That sounds like a
winner.
Way to go.
Did you rate the issue?
No, should we rate it? Yeah, I mean, we have for the other ones, so we might as well.
Yes.
I am going to give it 3 out of 5 skulls.
Okay, 3 out of 5 skulls. How about you, Justin?
Yeah, I think 4 out of 5 for me. Yeah, I really liked it. The art in this was excellent. The colors, like Russell was talking about, the colors were so good. Yeah, it was a great conclusion. I was really happy with this conclusion.
Oh, awesome! Look, I was going to give it actually right in the middle there, 3.5.
Oh, nice.
Out of 5, because I was my mark was 7 out of 10, so it's 3.5. So yeah, it was 7's usually a pretty decent issue. Look, it's not going to blow the panties off of you or anything like that, but it's it's a pretty entertaining thing, and I can see it carrying on into the next series. So 7, very solid.
Oh, I did have a question for you guys. Obviously I don't know what happens while I was blowing up, but but I want to hear your bold predictions for the next miniseries.
Oh, that's right. Yes, of course.
Ray, you have any bold predictions?
Bold predictions. I'm going to say that that we will, in some instance, get a POV like from the Yautja, one of the characters. I think as in they will be flashed out.
I see what you mean. I thought you just meant an actual POV from one of their.
So like in the novels, we'll get to see a bit more back history from their point of view.
Justin?
How about you, Justin?
Monsters.
Oh, love it.
I want to see big aliens like the Yellow Beast. Or the Bi Beast.
I'm yellow.
I want to see the Predators hunt the Bi Beast. I want to see some in this game preserve, some type of big lumbering creature that's stalking the Yautja and whatever else they have in there.
Well, that's kind of ties into my bold prediction, Justin.
Okay.
Okay, so my prediction is Theta. She's the Predator Massacre Maker now, and that's a cool name, Massacre Maker. Do that one. And she's like, I'm gonna kill every last one of them. They're the worst. And she's gonna stumble upon some eggs.
Oh, xenomorph eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she discovers there's something worse.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. Actually, I'm liking that.
I like that. Yeah.
Neat. That's awesome. Yeah, that'll be great. I mean, because we also as well. Sorry, Russell.
I was just going to say, and that can force Theta to have to work with her greatest foe to fight the xenomorphs.
That'll be awesome.
I like that idea. A lot.
Love to see that. Just a little bit of side news, because we do know. I want to shout out Philip K. Johnson is finishing up his run on Aliens in Marvel, soon to be replaced by Declan Shalvey as writer. Yeah, so new beginnings for both the series, Predator and Alien. So maybe we do, Russell, start to see a little bit of crossover because everyone's waiting for that. It just has to happen.
Oh, yes. I'm sure it'll happen soon.
Or Theta just opens the door and there's a 4-foot tall Canadian man with claws that just says second best, don't cut it. I was like, oh no.
I thought you were about
and then they're attacked by Cyber. No.
Cyber Mondays.
I thought you were about to say that she opens the door, there's the Predator armor killer. The Predator killer armor.
No.
Sorry. No, let's not go there.
Let's not. It's the newborn from Alien Resurrection.
Oh no!
Takes a swipe. Yeah.
The fleshy thing. Yeah.
I got sucked through the pee-pee hole.
Oh yeah, sure. That was nightmares from that. When I first saw that. That was
man,
grisly. That was really grisly.
So tough.
Predator versus Godzilla. Give me
squash.
Predator ship just shows up and he's like, it's all over.
Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps us.
One more
Russell.
thing.
Oh, one more thing. Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
You know how we're always talking about how what Marvel characters would we want to see fight the Predator in a crossover? Well, I just thought of a great one, and it's not exactly a character so much as how cool would it just be to have the Predator in the Savage Land?
Oh yes,
yeah.
That would be really. Or again, Sauron. The pterodactyl man. Yeah.
That would make a unique trophy for one of the Yautja.
Yeah, Khazar and Zabu and Shauna. They just
that'd be great.
There's a lot of potential there.
They would have to do. Oh, surely. Yeah. No, that sounds really good. We haven't seen enough Savage Land stuff.
Yeah, are they doing any? I thought I saw where there was a Khazar mini happening or something. But
that was a while ago. I think that came and went, but I didn't pick it up.
I didn't either. Anyway, that's all I got.
No, that's a great idea, Russell. I hope that they do that.
You got to start laughing maniacally now.
Well, somebody just blew up the Savage Land.
Anyway, listeners, you can, if you haven't joined us in this live stream as well, please feel free. Oh, yes, I'm getting Terminator vibes there. Please feel free to contact us as well. We're on predpraypod@outlook.com. That's on an email. People email these days. I don't know. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Now, the handle for all of those is predpraypod. So, guys, I just recently changed the YouTube address. So we've got youtube.com/@predpraypod. Very easy to remember.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So drop us a line as well. We're on Discord. Okay, is that the butt or the crotch?
It's a bit of both. You could say it's a Predator taint.
I wonder if a Predator has a tail. They might have a little nubby tail.
I think they've got some type of little flat thing. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say, do you think a Predator has a penis in it?
Well, yeah.
I would imagine so.
Mandibled penis.
Oh,
yes.
Corkscrew.
Well, that's it from us. Please just drop us a line. Also on Discord as well. Let's go on Great Guns. We love to talk. And guys, we've got to do Hunting Ground soon as well. We've got to get that sorted.
Yes.
Yeah. And maybe a watch party.
Definitely.
I mean, I'd love to do a watch party too.
And once she's less busy, we got to get Sparky on here.
Absolutely. Yes, Sparky.
She has just done an amazing work with Discord server.
So what was that, Russell?
Oh,
I think I died again.
Oh no, yeah, you are.
You're back.
No, I don't think I am.
No. Oh, you're back now. Oh. Love it live streaming. There's Russell. No, he's working.
All right. Okay. Well, no, it's going again. Let me just say, she's done great work with our Discord. Oh,
yes. Oh, absolutely. She has set up all the channels. We're setting up the rules as we speak as well. But yeah, Sparky is a fountain of knowledge when it comes to Yautja as well. So go have a chat over there. Anyway, before we blown up into smithereens any further, catch you later, everyone. And as always,
Shit happens.
He's a fucking alien.
see you later.
Bye, everyone.